What's up, guys? This is Andy, Case Hitter here. A little bit different type of video that I have here for you today. What I wanted to talk to you guys about is maybe a little bit personal, but also related to the card hobby, of course. If you don't know me, I was working as a product manager for about 10 years. I still very much so consider myself a product manager. But last month, unfortunately, I got laid off from my job. So I've been kind of, going through what one normally does when you kind of go through that, and trying to figure out what's next, that kind of thing. And one of the things that I did want to do is I wanted to put more time into the sports card hobby and see if I can really make this a full-time thing for myself. And one thing that I think is going to help me with that journey and that I think would be fun to share with you guys is the how I'm doing on the accounting side of things. What actions am I taking? What am I buying? What am I selling? That kind of thing. With all that being said, I wanted to share a couple things here. So this is my, there's some hidden stuff here, but this is kind of my monthly expenditures sheets that I'm going to be using to track how much I am spending and earning on the hobby in a particular month. Um, that I don't typically spend this much in a given month. So this is me kind of taking some swings at some things to see if I can, I'm pretty confident in my knowledge in the hobby. I think I know the right things to do to reduce risk, give myself some potential for earnings and things like that. So I can kind of go through what I've done over the past month and how I did them and why I did them. So just going top down here, this Travis Hunter 2025 Optic Horizontal Downtown, I can kind of show you. So Travis Hunter Downtown Pandora. So the card that I purchased was basically this one here, his kind of dual downtown with him and him on offense and on defense out of 25. So I purchased that card raw for $3,675 USD. And my goal with this was, well, first of all, I was already under the raw comp, so that's always a positive. This 4,500 comp came out after I purchased the card. So again, doing pretty well there regardless of what happened to the card. For those of you also who don't know, I'm located in Canada. So I'm also learning the Canadian markets, but this particular card I purchased from a person in the United States. And my goal with this card is to grade it, hopefully get a 10 on it and resell it. So I purchased it for $3,675. I had the seller ship the card directly to my grader. And for those of you who don't have somebody who, looks at your cards and grades them for you, it's definitely not mandatory. If you want to do the, checking out of the card and all that kind of stuff on your own, by all means do it. But especially with me being up in Canada, I'm more familiar with submitting, or I'm more comfortable with submitting in this method right now versus, shipping over international borders, or I know that there's a PSA submission in Canada. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just haven't done it yet. But I had sent directly to my grader, who is Q3 Sports Cards. Please go check him out if you want to. And the goal here, of course, is to submit PSA 10 and hopefully sell for whatever that does sell for. There are obviously no PSA 10 or PSA graded or any kind of graded sales on that particular card. I've checked out some other Pandora downtowns, but yeah, we'll see what happens there probably in next month's video, because we did a speedier turnaround. It's already in grading. I should know the grade within 2 weeks. So next up, I do have a consignment that is getting shipped to DC Sports 87. This is going to be my first time using them, but I had some cards here that I thought were good for consignment, so I sent over a package. This is just the shipping cost. I know that the cards have a cost as well, but I'll be better at this for future months. A lot of the stuff that I sent in, I didn't really track in the past, so we'll just see how that consignment goes. I'll follow up on that as well. Griff All Kings. I bought a Ken Griffey Jr. All Kings card. A pretty sweet card. So Griffey All Kings. It's this one right here. I purchased it for, I believe, 1,050. The comp here is 1,400. So again, doing pretty well there. The All Kings cards, if you know, you know. I mean, these are booming like crazy. At worst case scenario, I have a really, really cool PC piece because I needed a cool Griffey in my collection, but At best case scenario, I'm into it for pretty good. And I think it's a card that's going to have staying power. Tyler Shuck, Absolute Glass Redemption. So I purchased this card. That's cool. I didn't know that the 101s had the 101 background, but I purchased this card. It was a redemption from somebody in the UK. If you don't know, also, I just moved from the UK, so I have good connections out there. They really didn't want the card, and I didn't really want the card, and I told them that, and we were in agreement on that, and I said, like, I'll take the card for this amount, but please, like, only do it if you want to. And they said, okay. So I bought the card for $202. As you can see, the comps here are all around 300. So I went ahead and I redeemed it. It's going to be sent to my parents' house in Los Angeles. So, I mean, yeah, that's just a purchase that I made. I do want to also, one, limit the number of breaks that I attend because obviously I'm not bringing in a ton of money as far as like a paycheck is concerned. So I did want to put a break that I put on here that is an expenditure just to track. This lot I purchased from a guy on Facebook. It was just a lot of cards that I had the person send directly to consignment at DC Sports. So they filled out the sheet for me and included it in the package. And we'll be tracking that along the way as well. I found a diamond pack lot for F1 2025 on eBay for very cheap, as you can see here. Let's see if I can find diamond. Oh, there it is. So it's this lot here. I purchased it because it was like, I guess I spent a little bit more, $11.50. So I got to update this actually. Or negative $11.50. So I purchased it for a negative or $11.50. There's some rookies in here. There's some, Lando, some stuff that'll sell. So I had this one sent directly to another consigner, Rated Rips. So those will be going on their eBay. I just wanted to try it out also to see how it went. So we'll see how I turn those around next month. This one was a lot purchase from somebody on Instagram. So I bought two 2024 Caleb Williams Prism Silvers in raw condition. One primary colors Dragon, 24 raw, Cam Scadaboo, National Treasures RPA, 20 out of 25 raw, and then two Cam Schlittler's, one gold shimmer out of 50 and one yellow out of 75. These all went directly to my grader to get checked out. I think these are all under comp as well, but all went directly to my grader to see if they're worth grading. Obviously, hoping for a 10 there. We will see how they turn around when they do come back. These are not in the faster submission rate, so, I mean, these could be months before I see it again. This one also, the Card Guru I purchased from, I believe, Graphing I did online. It's a Max Crosby manga. I think Max, two X's actually. Max Crosby manga. I snap bought it at $2,000. Thought it was a good price for those mangas. And Crosby, there's a lot of I feel like there's some hesitation probably around some buyers for Max Crosby because people don't really know where he's going to go. I think this occurred after his quote unquote signing slash trade with the Ravens. And then less than an hour after we made this transaction, it was rescinded. So we'll see what happens with Max Crosby. The good news is he's still on the Raiders. He's on a Raiders jersey in that card. So maybe it worked out for the best. But this one also getting sent to graded while I have this on here twice, I guess. Okay, so I need to delete this one actually. So delete that one. This is probably including shipping and everything. I'm actually going to double check that really quick. So not this. Oops. So view order details. Yeah, 1752. Okay, cool. So 1752. Same thing that we were talking about before. I also purchased out of 2025 Cosmic. Pete Alonso launched into Orbit Auto. So not that I should be showing every single card that it's right here. So they launched into Orbit Auto. Again, under comps, so I thought it was a good purchase. I purchased a Mike Trout Series 1 Clear out of 10 from a show out here in Vancouver, and I sold it online for not a ton. The profit, I did make $36 profit. Profit is profit, so I'm happy with it. But I was just happy to turn it around. It is kind of an obscure card, and Trout is not necessarily somebody that I'm trying to invest in. So I was happy just to get some money out of it. Also made kind of a big purchase. These are coming from China, actually. So Shea All Kings, a Shea tie-dye auto out of 25. I think that one it was this So it's basically this card right here, and then a Topps Chrome Super Flag. This or Super Flag. It's called Go Time. So the Go Time Cooper Flag out of 199. Again, these are going directly to my grader. The All Kings I know are tough grades, but I did think that with the playoffs coming up, it was a pretty safe purchase, especially for those Shays. And then the tie-dye auto was a sealed card, so I think that there is some opportunity there. And then the Cooper Flag was actually a throw-in. I didn't necessarily want it, but we were kind of off by not a lot on these two cards, and the seller had thrown this into a previous version of the deal that we were trying to set up. So I just said, hey, just throw that one in and then we can call it a deal, and they were good with it. These two cards I purchased in Vancouver. Pretty easy purchases. I mean, you can't really go wrong with these two cards. So one of them was a Michael Jordan Finest BGS 9 from 1996. Sorry, the reflection there is pretty terrible. And then the other one was a 1999 Kobe Bryant Never Compromise BGS 9. $70 USD for each, basically. So pretty good deal there. There are comps of lower grades that went for higher on a couple of those. So happy with those. Not sure where I'm going to flip those. Ideally, I would go back to Los Angeles and sell them there, but not sure when that'll happen. So I guess we'll just have to see. So I bought a Shohei Ohtani Black Crackle. Let's see if it comes up easily. Yeah, there you go. So this is the card that I purchased. Let's see. I bought it for 55. The comps kind of are not great, apparently, but it's Shohei, so I was happy with it. I just want to double check. Am I in the right? Yeah, I am in USD. It's a Shohei, so I was content with it, and I haven't seen it come up very much. I bought this Bryce Young Flawless Rookie Showcase patch out of 15. It was a quad patch out of 15. Similar to this one here. I bought that for 124, which is basically directly on comp. This one sold for a little bit more, but of course it is the off season, and with the season approaching, I'm not planning on selling it anytime soon. I just thought it was a cool card that I picked up for a decent price, so that was that. And then lastly, this one was more of a PC piece, but I finally picked up a Ken Griffey Jr. Star Rookie. Again, what is with these? Oh, I need to update this. So $84. I bought it for $84. Again, right along comp, I think. But my logic behind this one was that, one, it's a PC piece. Two, it's Ken Griffey Jr. Can't really go wrong. Three, with these, I know the pop is probably pretty high on these, but this is kind of one that I'm going to kind of slowly try and increase the PSA grade of the card that I have. This is just kind of a starting point, but with the iconic cards kind of booming right now, this is definitely one of those iconic ones, so I thought it would be kind of good to pick one up. But yeah, as you can see, pretty significant spendings this month. I think most of it is relatively safe. I can't see anything too crazy happening unless, I don't know. I don't know. Like Travis Hunter, like we're in the dead of the off season, so it's not like Travis Hunter is going to do anything crazy. And regardless, it's a downtown. Max Crosby manga. The mangas are going to stick around. Max Crosby's a beast. Shea, going to playoffs, he'll be just fine unless he gets injured. Which I mean, he's a very established player. Even if he gets injured, it'll probably dip a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna. There isn't a ton of risk there, in my opinion, and the sports card market is doing pretty well otherwise. So I'm not really worried about that. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share for this month. I'm going to be the plan is to do one of these every. So I'll keep you guys updated with how next month goes. It is March 16th right now. I didn't really plan the date necessarily, but I'll plan to do another one of these in April, on April 16th. So just another thing I wanted to show. So this is my month over month. This is my rolling full inventory. Some of these, this probably is not 100% accurate, but this is everything that I have pending. I have a lot of hidden rows here. So you can see this, like say, for example, I buy and I sell something. It's a Jaden Daniels 2024 Optic Uptown. This is how much I bought it for, where I bought it from, and how much I sold it for, my percent profit loss, and my dollar profit loss. So this is kind of my rolling inventory of everything, just for me to know where everything is. if I do need to know where everything is and how I'm performing otherwise. So yeah, that's about it. I know this channel is not big yet, but please, I'm going to try and put out more and more content. If you can, give it a like and subscribe if you thought it was interesting. And hopefully I can hear from you or talk to you guys soon. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or comments. I'm also on Instagram at CASEHITTER. So hopefully I will talk to you guys soon. And as far as this video goes, the topic of this video, I will see you guys next month. Bye, guys.